You earn $8,000 to $12,000 a month but are still living like a fancy poor? Stop deceiving yourself with the thought, "I'll save more next month." The truth is, your brain is secretly plotting to bankrupt you. The more money you earn, the more your prehistoric survival instincts urge you to spend it all to feel secure. You're not undisciplined, you're just being betrayed by your own brain chemistry. In the next few minutes, I'll expose this self-destructive mechanism and how to reclaim your wallet before it's too late. Your brain doesn't really care about getting rich. What it cares about is whether you're surviving. For most of human evolutionary history, money, investing, or accumulating wealth never existed. Our brains are programmed for a world of scarcity, where the sole objective is safety, comfort, and receiving rewards as quickly as possible. So, when you try to save money, your brain doesn't see it as success. It sees it as depriving yourself of pleasure, delaying security, a potential threat. You might think, "I have a good salary, I'm disciplined enough, I'll be able to save." But the truth is, your brain doesn't operate on that logic. When your salary increases, your spending automatically increases as well. A new phone, nice clothes, more luxurious meals, all are ways your brain rewards itself to confirm that you're safe, that you're winning. It doesn't care about your account balance or your Excel spreadsheet. Your brain is only concerned with you feeling okay, with you existing and not being threatened. And here's the interesting but also dangerous part. Every time you upgrade your life, your brain reprograms the standards of happiness. A bigger house won't make you feel richer in the long run. You'll quickly come to see it as normal. A new luxury car will be just a convenience, not an achievement. The same goes for higher income. Your brain sees it as inevitable, and it triggers the instinct to spend to maintain that feeling of security and comfort. You're not lacking discipline, you're not greedy, you're just living according to your own survival programming. A clear example. Imagine you just got a raise and instead of putting the money into savings, you see a new 80-inch TV, or a luxurious sofa set, or an attractive weekend getaway. Your brain immediately connects, spending equals security plus reward. And even when you know you should save, the survival part of your brain still wins over the logical part. This is how your brain betrays itself, causing even the highest earners to feel broke. But this is only the surface of the problem. What really gets you stuck isn't income or expenses, but deeper within your brain's reward system, where every spending decision is no longer rational, but an automatic chemical reflex. Here, dopamine, the expectation of reward, and other neural mechanisms form a sophisticated loop, causing you to constantly spend, upgrade, and never feel satisfied. And that's where the real damage begins, because your brain is operating like a self-rewarding machine, making it difficult to save money even if you want to. But if your brain's reward system is the reason you fail, then the deeper dopamine mechanism is even more dangerous, and that's where we'll delve in the next section. Dopamine isn't the pleasure you think it is. It doesn't appear when you actually get something, it appears when you anticipate it, anticipation, the thrill of expectation. It's like a finely tuned slot machine inside your brain. You don't feel excited when you win, you feel excited when you almost win, when you imagine winning but haven't actually received the reward. And this mechanism is running every time you make a financial decision. Every time your salary hits your account, your brain immediately starts predicting rewards. A new gadget on Shopee, a weekend getaway, upgrading your home, upgrading your car, or even subscribing to another streaming service. You feel excited, you feel good, and money starts flowing out, before your logical brain even has a chance to speak up. You think you're in control, but dopamine is quietly running the show, pushing you into a spending loop you barely notice. By the time logic shows up, the money is already gone. You're left with a sense of regret, and your brain is ready to start the next cycle immediately. And here's the scary part. Even when you're doing nothing, even when you're not buying or upgrading anything, the dopamine loop is still running in the background, making you crave, anticipate, and spend before you even realize it. And here's where it gets darker. Even when you think you're doing nothing, your brain is still running this loop, quietly sabotaging your wallet, and in the next section we'll uncover the hedonic treadmill, the invisible force that keeps you from ever feeling rich no matter how much you earn. Your brain recalibrates happiness astonishingly fast. Every upgrade, every improvement, every win in life quickly becomes your new baseline, your new normal. That apartment you once dreamed of, the one you thought would make you feel secure and successful, is normal now. That car you worked months to afford, that salary increase that once felt like freedom, your brain adjusts and suddenly they feel ordinary. Even when you achieve more, the thrill fades almost instantly, leaving a subtle sense of not enough behind. Your lifestyle upgrades faster than your satisfaction. You think climbing the ladder of income or comfort will bring lasting happiness, but your brain has a way of neutralizing every gain. This is the hedonic treadmill in action. You're constantly running, striving, upgrading, and improving, yet your emotional set point for contentment barely moves. A bigger house becomes just another place to clean, a nicer car becomes just another vehicle to maintain, and a higher salary often brings higher expectations, more responsibilities, and ironically, more stress. You may feel like you're winning on paper, but emotionally, your brain ensures you never feel fully satisfied. The harder you push, the more it resets, leaving you chasing a moving target. The scariest part? Most people don't even notice it happening. They believe that working harder, saving more, or being disciplined will eventually bring fulfillment. But discipline alone can't overcome a system designed over tens of thousands of years to prioritize survival over wealth. Your brain isn't lazy, it's doing exactly what it was built to do, keeping you safe, keeping you comfortable, and keeping you engaged in the present. Money becomes a tool your brain uses to maintain equilibrium, not to increase happiness. Every new gadget, every new convenience, every luxurious upgrade is quickly integrated into your baseline, and your sense of satisfaction slips back to where it started. You're not chasing happiness. You're running on a treadmill that never stops. And the treadmill doesn't care how much you earn, how big your house is, or how fast your career moves. Even when you think you've made progress, your brain quietly recalibrates, making yesterday's victories feel ordinary. And here's the critical point. If discipline, budgets, and willpower don't work, if trying harder never seems enough, then what actually works? How can you escape this invisible treadmill that makes success feel fleeting and financial freedom feel unreachable? That's exactly what we'll uncover in the next section, where I'll show you a way to hack your brain, work with its natural wiring, and finally reclaim your wallet and your sense of abundance before it's too late. So if discipline doesn't work and chasing more never satisfies, what actually allows you to break free from the treadmill? Stay with me, the answer is simpler than you think and it can start working today. Here's the harsh truth. Willpower is a finite resource. Your logical brain, the part that knows you should save, invest, or hold back from spending, it gets tired fast. Every day, every decision, every little impulse chip away at it. Meanwhile, your emotional brain, the one wired for survival, pleasure, and instant reward, is always alert, always active, always pushing for immediate satisfaction. This isn't a flaw, it's biology. You don't lose money because you're weak. You don't fail to save because you lack discipline. You lose because you're human. Think about it. You set a budget at the beginning of the month, promising yourself, I'll save this, I'll invest that. And for a few days, maybe a week, you stick to it. But then comes the lunch out with friends, the late night online sale, the small treat you tell yourself you deserve. Every little choice is a battle between the logical brain that's already tired and the emotional brain that's fully alert. And almost every time, the emotional brain wins. By the end of the month, the money you intended to save has quietly slipped away. This is why trying harder doesn't work. More discipline, more effort, more self-control, they all hit the same limit. Your brain has a natural cap, and if you ignore it, you end up frustrated, exhausted, and blaming yourself for failing. But the good news is there's a way to win. A method that doesn't require forcing yourself to resist every impulse or fighting against your brain's wiring. You can design a system where your brain actually works for you, not against you. But there's one way to win, and it doesn't involve trying harder. In the next section, I'll show you the exact strategy to hack your brain, redirect its natural impulses, and finally take control of your money without exhausting your willpower. If your brain loves dopamine, don't fight it. Stop trying to force discipline or willpower that your brain will eventually override. Instead, redirect it. Make your brain work for you, not against you. The simplest way to start is automation. Before you even see your paycheck, set up a system where part of your money goes straight into investments or savings. Your brain never even gets the chance to argue or crave instant spending. You're not relying on self-control, you're designing your financial habits around the natural wiring of your mind. Next, shift your dopamine triggers. Stop tracking every single expense and the fluctuations in your bank balance. Instead, track your net worth, your progress toward bigger goals. Celebrate the growth in your wealth, not the small pleasures of spending. By letting your brain get its reward from seeing progress instead of consumption, you're flipping the loop. Design beats discipline. Every single time. If this video made you feel uncomfortable, it probably means your brain recognized itself in this story. Your impulses, your cravings, your patterns, they were all perfectly normal. Subscribe if you want to learn how to design money systems that work with your brain, not against it, so that your wallet grows while your stress shrinks. This is how you turn insight into action without fighting yourself every step of the way. The ultimate lesson, the takeaway you can remember forever. You don't build wealth by becoming stronger than your brain. You build wealth by outsmarting it.